What's the deal? What's the deal?
I don't know. Should we clap?
We don't have to clap.
I feel like it's like all of us showing off like our clapping skills.
We have professional tools.
I'm a professional tool.
You're a tool, but you're not professional.
I have a professional tool, but
Come on, Fogger.
no, I'm talking. I'm talking about.
Your penis.
So you're drinking a blood orange beer. I'm sorry, IPA, whatever. What the fuck is the difference between an IPA and a beer?
Well, let me tell you. So, IPAs, what they did is Indian Pale Ales is when they were what were they doing? They were conquering India.
If you're going to tell the story, get your facts right.
When they were colonizing, that makes it sound better. When they were colonizing India, they would up the amount of hops to make it last longer, to make it keep better. So there's a difference between like IPAs and the difference between Imperials. Do you know what Imperial?
No.
So what they would do is they would up the alcohol content on an Imperial, but to have it still, but they didn't want the heavy amount of alcohol in that climate. So they didn't want the heaviness and the high alcohol content that they would get to make the beer last. So they would up the hops, which would make it more bitter, but it was also lighter. So that's what an India Pale Ale is.
This is very educational. I'm actually learning something here.
We are professional tools.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we doing a beer?
No.
Oh, because we were talking to people about beers for 15 minutes.
We had the idea to come up with a blood orange or an orange type sorbet or sherbet. Sherbet? Are you guys on a sherbet?
It is not a sherbet. There's no R. It's a sherbet.
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 I'm not
Sorbet?
going to even try.
There's a big difference in a sorbet and a sherbet.
Doesn't one have cream in it?
Yeah, the sherbet has cream of some sort, cream, milk, stuff like that. A sorbet has zero dairy.
It's just ice.
Yeah.
It's just pureed and inoculated. I've been using inoculated a lot for the past week, and I'm not sure I know
In which context do you use that word?
I don't know. I've been throwing it into a lot of shit though.
Does it make you feel smarter?
That's why I've been using it.
As long as the other guy doesn't know that if it is right or wrong, it's right.
So if you're talking about like steeping, it's like you're just trying to inoculate. And people are like, I still don't know what it means.
Actually, I think inoculate means to protect against.
Shit, I just Googled it. Can we go back to the beer stuff? It's not the way I've been using it.
Don't feel so smart now, huh?
You're not gonna use that part, right?
Oh, we're using it.
Anyway, so what we're gonna fucking do?
So we're going to do a sorbet.
But we're not gonna inoculate anything into it, are we?
Do you want to do a sorbet or a sherbet?
I would like some cream on it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I like the idea. It's fresh.
Yeah, it makes sense right now.
Okay, so something sherbet with blood orange. Is that the only fruit we're going to use?
Let me tell you, it's not a bad thing to do it only orange. And it doesn't mean that it's easy to make. Sometimes it's harder to make a single fruit recipe or a single flavor recipe than start playing with other shit.
We've struggled with orange in the past. I mean,
So would this be some type of kind of like one of those orange push-ups, only maybe not quite as ice creamy?
yeah, kind of.
Those are tough.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We need to nail the orange flavor.
Especially if we're using blood orange, depending on which blood orange that we use.
Okay, let me tell you this. I don't know if we should start with the orange in this case, because what we may use for the sherbet part may affect the kind of orange that we use.
Maybe.
So you want to focus on the creamy ice cream part?
Maybe.
You know, a sherbet is more of just like a milky thing. It's not really like an ice cream.
Yeah, it's like more juicy.
Sorbet is just like frozen juice. Sherbet is like frozen juice, a little bit of milk in it.
Who the fuck came up with sherbet and was like, this is different? Like, no, it's not ice cream and it's not sorbet. Like, who is this wacky fucking Willy Wonka type guy who is like, I'm not making ice cream and I'm also not making sorbet. It's sherbet. And if you want to call it sherbet, fine.
So what's the difference between a sherbet and a regular ice cream? I mean, not in the production of one, in the experience.
I think it's just a little more on the icy side than it is creamy, thick ice cream.
Like the texture, like when you were, if you were to dig into it, because of all the sugar content, it's kind of like taffy.
No, for me, the texture is more granulated.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of sugar into it to keep it. So here's the thing, too. So a lot of the reason why stuff won't freeze and stuff like it won't crystallize is sugar doesn't freeze. So you don't get that same kind of thing. So there's so much more sugar in sherbet than there is with ice cream.
I would do the effect of the sherbet like we do the effect of a soda.
Okay.
You know, to emulate a soda in vaping, you need that sharpness.
So you think maybe something like a lime or something like that to go along with the blood orange?
I definitely think yogurt drink is the right choice for like the base, but I wouldn't use a whole lot of it. If you have an orange, the orange can take over the lemon part of yogurt drink as long as you don't go super high with it. Like you could still go to like 2% with yogurt drink and get kind of like that smooth, because it already kind of reminds me of sherbet.
I was going to tell something like fizzy sherbet,
I would do both.
but then we have too much lemon maybe.
No, because I think orange is still going to topple over it. Because we're probably going to have to add a combination of a couple to really push it.
Yeah.
It's going to be citric, which all these kind of work in the way of, because, you know, a lot of these orange flavors really miss a mark on that, like, punchy citrus note.
Something that you can add to, if we're already on the oranges, something that you can add to like a blood orange is something like Cap Sweet Tangerine, which is more on the candy side. It's kind of sticky, just to kind of boost that orange note some.
Okay. Do you think I don't like using cooling agents for ice creams, but do you think that we need one for a sherbet?
Yeah, I think so. I think
It's
so.
just a touch of something.
Yeah, just something to make it feel a little bit like ice. It doesn't have to be just overpowering. I mean, like maybe 0.25 or even less.
But if we use WS23, maybe with your idea, Max, of using yogurt drink, we don't need the fizzy sherbet.
I don't know if WS23 doesn't sound right to me though.
Oh.
I'd go with Polar Blast.
What? Yeah.
I don't want to destroy the top end. And that's what I think is important about the difference between Polar Blast and WS23. I think WS23 is going to destroy that kick that you're going to get in the front, getting that orange and beating them up with that citrus. I think that WS23 is going to kind of punch it down too much. I think Polar Blast is more on the exhale. So you want to kind of add to that smoothiness and inoculate it.
Yeah, well, we can use Polar Blast.
Especially if we're going to use something like a fizzy sherbet in there to give it a little bit of a sparkle too. The Polar Blast might not be a bad idea.
Probably not.
So is the yogurt drink pretty creamy?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's almost like a lemon creamsicle.
Do you think that we need something in there to blend everything into one thing?
Like what? Like vanilla swirl maybe, or
Flavor cream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
oh yeah.
I've used that with some orange mixes before, and it pulls off a pretty decent like orange creamsicle vibe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to use like that heavy a cream for a light, very light ice cream kind of, like a sorbet, sherbet. But I think it works with orange.
So just to start putting flavors on the list. So are we going with a yogurt drink?
Yogurt drink.
Do you want to try fizzy Sherbet now, or do you want to see if this is enough with some other cream?
How much fizzy sherbet would you use? Like 0.25, 0.5?
Yeah. 0.5 maybe.
I think we should just try it out with it.
And now we get to the exciting part, right?
Blood orange. Which one? I have my favorite.
You use the Flavor West?
Yeah.
That's not my favorite, but I'm okay. I can deal.
I don't have your favorite.
I like Flavor Art a lot, but it's not the only one I can use. Like, it's not the singular blood orange that I can use. I have to back it up with another orange. But I do like it's thin, but it's also got like the syrupy texture. It's just not the full amount of blood orange I need.
Do you think that Flavor Art blood orange is as like candied as the Flavor West?
No,
You say it's syrupy.
it's syrupy, but it's almost more of like the puree vibe.
Well, that's kind of why I thought Flavor West might be the best option, because if FA is kind of natural, I don't know. Maybe you want that in there.
I think in terms of availability and what most people have, Flavor West is already kind of the best choice.
All of the orange flavors I've tried so far are very different to each other.
Completely. That's like the one you get the most different range of texture from a fruit. Like banana and coconut are all very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Lemon tries to be really punchy, but sometimes a little bit too watery. Lime is very punchy. And then like grapefruit is what I want from orange.
I would love to have that, yes, authenticity from the bad side of the fruit, like the
Yeah.
tangy.
Like the tangy part, like ruby red. If Flavor West blood orange was the citric tangy note that I get from ruby red grapefruit, I'd be totally cool with that. Like candied enough, but like workable.
Or Flavor West passion fruit has that thing.
So you're basically wanting the wang.
I do want the wang, all the wang.
Okay.
Give me the wang.
That's why I think that Vape Train Orange Tang is a good option for this.
Okay.
Let me see if I got that wang.
But I love Fokar's idea of using, what was it, Fokar?
Sweet tangerine, I believe.
Yeah.
The tang to me is a little I think it's a little more artificial, but that might be what we want here.
Mine says tangy orange drink, but I think it's the same as orange tang.
Is it like really watery?
It's like an orange juice.
Yeah, it's very similar to like real tang drink. It's orange.
Yeah,
it's more like orange drink than it is orange juice, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think that it would work by itself for this kind of recipe, but I think it's going to complement the other ones.
I think so too.
Wait, sweet tangerine too?
I would totally use that one because that is the fake one, the commercial, the sweet one. Because the one that we want to do is like the one you buy in a store.
So we're using 3 oranges.
You need them.
Okay.
Are we good? We got the flavors inoculated.
we have to add some sweetener, guys.
Super sweet. Percentages?
I was a little concerned when we started talking about this recipe because I didn't think I thought it was going to be like a very low percentage recipe. But with all these oranges in there, I think it'll be all right.
We're professional tools.
Okay, vape train yogurt drink.
I think we should start with the top notes first, though.
Okay, let's start with. Oh, we forgot Polar Blast.
That's an additive, though.
You are an additive.
Yeah, I'm a professional additive. You don't need me for this show, but hey, I'm a professional additive. Okay, so of all the oranges, what do you think makes sense to start off with first? Flavor West orange? No? You don't think so? What are you going to say?
For me, the main orange is sweet tangerine.
This is all for you, babe.
Let's start with sweet tangerine then.
All right, sweet tangerine. Like 3.
So this is going to be like the main one.
No, it's not even the main one. It's just kind of weak.
It's not weak.
It's not that strong. So what would you call it? I'd call it weak.
No, it's the sweetness. It is very sweet and artificial and syrupy.
All right, we'll do 2. Does that make everybody happy?
Yeah, Max.
All right, everybody gets a ribbon. We're going with 2.
Everybody wins.
Everybody gets a fucking trophy. Then blood orange, right?
Yeah.
How high would that? Like 3? That one's not that strong either. And that's more of your top note.
I have the feeling that we all disagree with what we think should be the orange.
All right, how would you guys, that's important.
Okay.
So what do you guys think?
Calm down.
No, I'm calm.
I'm fucking calm.
So how would you guys do the oranges?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you fucking people that you guys are in the room.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, motherfucker.
Okay. Okay, so I agree with Nachef about the sweet tangerine at 2.
Don't you do it
I'd
that.
go probably. I would go with 3 on the blood orange, and the orange tang around 1.5.
So that was a little bit closer to what I was thinking. So what are you thinking, Ashaf? Because you guys are all fucking secret smiles in the background. I'm like, I don't fucking think that's going to work. And then we do 4 different versions, and then you're like, yeah, that was what I was thinking in the beginning. So what the fuck are we doing here?
Okay, my initial thought was to use sweet tangerine at 3, blood orange at 2, and orange tang at 1. That's okay.
So let's just do what you want to do, and then we can still go
no.
up. No. Let's do what you do.
Let's do it the wrong way.
I'm
and
gonna
then
get
we do it my
mad.
way.
I'm gonna get real fucking angry.
Why don't we just go low and then go up? Because if you're saying that yours is lower than what Folk Art and I were saying,
No, it's not lower. It's inverse.
you want to go at 3 with the sweet tangerine.
It's not what I want to go. It was my thought before we discuss about it. We can discuss about it.
Why
and
don't we?
I can agree. Hey, no, you're right. I was wrong.
No, we're doing too much of this. You're right. I'm wrong. I appreciate you. I'll give you a back rub after you give me one.
I thought you said a blowjob. You promised.
All right. I twist my arm. So why don't we do 2 blood orange, 1 orange tang, 2 sweet tangerine, and then we still have the room to go up.
You know what, motherfucker? You're right.
Well, I just think because if we have so much cream on the back of this recipe, then we
You
still
want
can go up.
Cream in your back. What?
Yeah, if I got cream in my ass, back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I said we were just gonna shower. So why don't we just do 2 blood orange, 1 orange tang, 2 sweet tangerine, and then we could still go up. Because we still also have a lot of citrus in this recipe.
Sure.
And then probably yogurt drink, right?
You are the master.
I mean, I would go between 1 and 2. You don't always have to use it super high. But you still have the room to go up if you need to. Like 1 would still be fine here, but I would try to get some more body out of it at 2.
I think 2's good.
Okay.
That's going to bring a little bit of citrus in too. Not much, but a little bit.
You'd be surprised. It might be mainly citrus. Like it'll have cream too, and it's definitely going to have DAP to it.
DAP from yogurt drink?
It's Vape Train. They put butter base in everything.
It's not even, but it's weird because it's not even butter.
Yeah.
It's just like DAP.
When you were crazy about this flavoring, I bought it because of you. Because I listened to you, not like you do with me. I made that. You told me to try like 6% solo.
Yeah.
And it wasn't dappy.
It reminds you of how like Flavor West yogurt is. Like you can push it to 3 when you have no other DAP in there, but it's not buttery.
It's thick. It gives you good mouthfeel.
What about Fizz Gerb?
I was thinking like 0.25 or 0.5.
0.5.
You know, there was one recipe that we did with was it Jerry maybe?
The clerical.
It could have been, yeah, where we used it really, really low, like at 0.25, and you still got the same effect of it compared to another recipe that we used it at like 0.75 or something.
So maybe we should do 0.25.
Yeah, 0.25.
Okay, cream. And that wasn't a request.
0.5.
Yeah, 0.5.
Looking at this number, I feel that we may need more cream.
We might.
I don't know, that cream at 0.5% does a lot.
Can really inoculate stuff.
And sweetener, 0.5.
Yeah, I think so.
0.5.
Right, Max, Polar Blast.
Why don't we just do 0.5 and see what happens?
Damn, we actually have a recipe?
Yeah. And it's
Oh,
8.75. I hate it so much.
Add a quarter of super sweet.
Put in 2.25 of blood orange.
Yeah, I know. We know. I'm going to do our version.
How many Aegis mods do you own?
4.
4. You like them?
So this one's for the fruit. This one's for the bakeries and such. Brown, red.
Brown, red. He's talking about us.
You son of a bitch! Did you call me a fruit, you son of a bitch?
One is for tobaccos. I got a.
That should be the red one.
And the brown one should be fruits.
I have to change what?
You have to change your thought behind them is the color palette that relates to the profile. You have to change the color palette of the mod to us.
Okay, so brown should be fruity stuff.
Yeah, that's
Not Jeff. He's fruity. Max is red, so that means alcoholic.
No, in that one you should only use bad recipes.
you should get you should get 3 red ones then. One for tobaccos, one for alcohols, and one for just all the bad stuff. You get a lot of mileage out of red mods, people.
What do y'all think about this?
It's kind of bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, I get enough of the orange.
I get enough of the cream too.
Yep.
I mean, to be a sherbet, not an ice cream. It's not a heavy cream.
This is a recipe too that's like it wasn't really intentional, but it's built around not having any vanilla in it. Do you think vanilla is necessary to this profile?
No.
To me, the cream in the yogurt drink has no vanilla to it. I don't think the Polar Blast is doing anything.
It's not a very icy thing, but I kind of like where the Polar Blast is.
If we were using vanilla, that is more like an ice cream.
Almost like a soft serve kind of a thing.
I would like to try this with more sweet tangerine and without the orange tongue to see what happens.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
The orange tang to me has a little bit of a dryness to it.
Here's what I think is a little weird. You get a lot of the orange with the cream on the exhale. You get a lot of the cream on the inhale. That's like almost reversing what you would normally get. So I'd like to punch up more of whatever we could get out of a top note in the front. You know?
You want to pump up the cream?
No. I don't think we need to pump up the cream, but I think we need more of the top end. Because somehow I'm not getting hit with enough orange in the front.
I would love to have more cream for the vape, for the authenticity of the profile. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, as a preference to me, I would like it to be more of an orange creamsicle. That's because that's kind of what I'm looking for. But for the accuracy of what we're going after, I think it's about right.
I'm gonna quickly just dump a little bit more of the sweet tangerine in here.
I'm adding 1% more.
I'm gonna mix this up just by bumping up the sweet tangerine. I'm gonna mix another bottle and just take out the orange tang.
Maybe go like 3 and 3.
What on the blood orange? Go up to 3 on that too.
The thing with blood orange is that if you go high, you also get that bitter note.
And sweet tangerine is better higher.
Yeah.
I get more of it up front. So going to 3 on that is a lot better. I think maybe the orange tang is adding a little bit of the bitterness, but that might go away on a steep because it does seem to be a little bit alcohol based. How quickly it like runs when you put it on your hand. So a lot of that bitterness might like subside once it's inoculated.
I smell vodka in this orange tang. Just smelling of it.
It's for sure alcohol based.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try this recipe without the orange tang and with sweet tangerine at 3.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Goes a sight from my soul.
This already smells really good.
This is so good.
This is better, right?
Yeah, this is a lot better.
It's not bitter.
Yeah.
Actually, the Polar Blast comes out more on this one.
And it's I was picking up just a little bit of a, it wasn't really an off note, but it was like just something that was just kind of in the way, like a dryness or like you say, a bitterness or something. I don't get that in this.
The orange tang.
Yeah, with the alcohol note.
It's a really good flavoring, trust me. But maybe it's for other applications.
So how accurate do y'all think that this recipe is to a sherbet?
It's a little bit better than a sherbet.
I've had sherbet. It's been a long time since I had sherbet. But as I recall, it's not a real heavy cream. It's just a light, kind of a milky kind of cream that you get. And that's what this is to me. I don't get a heavy ice cream. It's just enough. It's just slightly icy that, like you said, Max, the Polar Blast come out more taking that vape train tang drink out of it, whatever the hell it's called. But I think it's as far as being accurate, it's pretty damn close.
And I really like the orange combo that we're using because it's not natural, but it's not fake as in a soda.
That's the thing too. Like I think that the difference between like what we're doing is we're not going fully on an accurate thing, because sherbet's very artificial, and I don't know how many people make a blood orange version. I think this is the blood orange version of the typical orange sherbet that you would get. You know, not a lot of off notes coming from it. The yogurt drink is always kind of remind me of that right flavor to get you that sherbet kind of area. It's like the nice amount of cream with the fruit, and you could still do that with other fruits because it might pop them, especially like blueberry and stuff like that. So like it just makes sense in this type of a recipe. The cream is laid in perfectly with the yogurt drink. You got the super sweet is also at a perfect percentage to pop everything else. The Polar Blast is just enough. Anything more might be a little bit too bitter. And that combo just makes so much more sense off the shake. The orange orange tangerine, or the sweet tangerine with the blood orange. You get the best of both of those. Like this very it's not completely artificial.
Are we done with this recipe, guys? I really like it.
Yeah.
Well, I do really like this recipe, but for me, just for my palate, I'd like for it to be creamier, almost like an orange creamsicle, more ice cream in it, more creaminess, something fuller, maybe not quite so icy, something like that. Orange creamsicle, that's what I would want.
Okay, we can try to do that.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode develop while we made our version of a blood orange sherbet. Not sherbet. Got to figure that out. We hope you guys mix this up, and we will talk about it on Thursday. But really mix it up. Like, seriously, I'll find you. All right? So, finger guns. I will find you.